Tom from Moshville Times. I'm here at Bloodstock 2024 and I have a Wake by Design. How you doing?
Yeah, not so bad, thank you.
Nice one. Understand you guys, did you play earlier or are you playing a wee bit later on today?
We played about 11:20 on the Sophie Stage.
Nice one. How did the gig go?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, we had a few technical hiccups, but all in all, it was a success. Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
big crowd to get right into it. Very energetic.
It was a huge crowd by the end. Like we were really surprised with how many people came in.
Nice. So for anyone who has not had the opportunity to discover the band at Bloodstock this weekend, they might discover the band via this video. Tell us a wee bit about yourself and your latest release.
Oh, you handed it to me, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're kind of melodic metal. We've got a range of influences. I think we sort of like kind of elements of Melodeath in there, but a lot of like Iron Maiden influences. But trying to have a more modern sound, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think some people have described us as kind of power metal-y, but like heavy power metal, I guess.
Yeah.
So the Iron Maiden vocals are kind of Melodeath. Certainly that's the direction we're moving in anyway. We've gone through quite a transition musically as well, haven't we? So like if you're coming into the band as a fresh listener, I'd say a melodic metal. So I know it's a really broad description, but we've got keyboards, but we've got heavy riffs. We've also got nice, tidy piano-y bits and stuff as well, but clean singing and things like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we've come from like a. I know Adrian, our singer, hates the term, but we've come from like a gothic metal kind of Paradise Lost, My Dying Bride more background.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that influenced us in the origins of the band, to maybe more like power metal, Iron Maiden kind of influences in the second album.
Yeah.
And then the third album was kind of a mixture of everything really.
Yeah, I think
it was
kind of
just
the transition album, wasn't it? It's going to move it from the old sound into the new sound.
Yeah, it was very much like the modern mix with the old kind of influences and stuff. And it kind of, I think we called it Awake by Design because it felt like the perfect mixture of all of our influences over the years and stuff. And I think the new song has even moved even further forward. Like we've kind of added in like some heavier influences and some kind of more Melodeath kind of stuff.
So overall, you are kind of still refining. Do you feel like you've kind of got like this is Awake by Design's direction, and you feel like you've solidified that now?
The self-titled album.
Yeah,
that's the direction we're going in. And then Thank You. And The Only Ones, which is our newest single, we released it last week, has kind of pushed that sound a little harder. We had so last year we had our keyboardist join, and up to that, Adrian, our singer, who's a very accomplished pianist, had played all the keyboard and piano. But obviously live, we were very reliant on backing tracks.
Yeah.
But with Hal, who's our keyboard player, came in about a year ago now, and he came at it with a much more like keyboards and symphonic and ambient approach, which I think is really influenced and kind of allowed us to add to the sound we developed in the self-titled album a few years ago.
Yeah. And do you feel like with the addition of him as well, it gives the sound like a much more full sound on stage as well?
I think we for a small period we had just backing tracks, no keyboard player. And we kind of realised when we got a keyboard player again how much it fills out the sound live and on the albums and at practice and stuff. It's made a massive amount of difference. Like we were kind of thinking not have the keyboard player so there's more room on stage. Because you got to think about live sometimes. But we realised how important having a keyboard player is to this band. Now and. So we've got Hallen, who's absolutely incredible, and he's, for the new song especially, he's added like a whole new like sound to it, and all his influences and a whole new elements. So we couldn't be happier with having like keyboards back in the band, definitely.
Amazing. So obviously you said you've just put a single last week, so obviously still quite early days, but if you had like quite a big reception to that for a week's obviously followers.
Yeah, it's been really good actually. I think we timed it deliberately obviously to coincide with this, but I think it's surprised us how well it's done.
Yeah.
It's sort of 10,000 plays in a few days. on Spotify and stuff, and we're checking it. It's going, oh bloody hell, it's going up and up and up and up and up, and the monthly listeners are going up and up and up and up and up. And the big one for us now is to release the single, is to try and keep momentum. And luckily we've got a few things planned, like live shows and stuff planned to try and keep the momentum going a little bit.
Keep the hype going, yeah.
Yeah, and we can't say too much at the moment because they haven't been 100% confirmed or agreed formally, but they're very much in the works. We're just waiting on finalisation now to try and again, it's sort of like a nice springboard, Bloodstock being a nice springboard for this single to kind of, and then the long-term intent is that medium long-term is to just focus on singles for the time being, and rather than trying to work on a full album, which is a lot of work and effort and
we do want to do a full album
at
some point, but I think the way the music industry is kind of working at the moment, it feels more beneficial for us in some ways to put out singles, especially with Bloodstock coming up.
Bloodstock coming up all the way around. Bloodstock, we've just done Bloodstock, mate.
Yeah.
You never know, could be talking about next year. You never know.
Bloodstock.
I mean, with Bloodstock coming up, we felt like rather than, if we decided to do an album before Bloodstock, basically we wouldn't have had anything out for Bloodstock.
Yeah.
So we felt like a single, we could get it out for Bloodstock, and maybe do a couple more singles, and then plan an album for next year, maybe. And that kind of made sense to us. Kind of keep the momentum going, especially with doing something like this. If you don't have anything kind of current coming up to a big festival like this, then there won't be like much hype for your band coming into the festival. So it's kind of made a lot. The way we've done it, I think it's actually worked out really, really well.
Yeah.
So
nice one. So would you say ever since you got the announcement for Bloodstock, the band's profile's kind of been raised quite a bit ever since the announcement?
Yeah, well, it's sort of going back a little bit. We were in a bit of a dilemma about a year and a half ago. We had no drummer. Obviously, and then trying to find a drummer sort of locally enough to be, it was really difficult. But we stumbled on Ben, and then obviously our keyboardist joined. He actually messaged us and said, "Do you want a keyboardist?" So yeah, right then. And then ever since then, it's kind of, we've been getting gigging. I mean, the pandemic wasn't kind to any band, but we really kind of struggled to kind of get any momentum after the pandemic, and we're trying to figure out how to approach building the band back up again. It was just kind of miss after miss, and then it just clicked last year, and ever since then we've started gigging again, we've started writing again, and then obviously we got announced for Bloodstock. We're like, oh bloody hell, we've got a real big target to work for. Let's make sure we have something new to release. And again, it's just been sort of strength to strength to strength to strength to strength, and obviously culminating in Sophie Stage. And it's been a really interesting year for us, because a year and a half ago, I think we were all in the mindset of band might be kind of on its way out.
Yeah.
And then it's just turned around massively. Within a year, we're like playing Bloodstock, from being like we're about to finish up to playing the Sophie Stage. It's pretty special, actually.
It's like relit that fire under you.
Yeah, it's got everyone going again, man. Like the drummer joining, Ben joining, and then Hal joining. It's like just completely rejuvenated the band. Got everyone's juices flowing again. Got everyone kind of excited about the band, and obviously then gigs, and then Bloodstock announced. I was like, oh fucking hell, right? This is awesome. What a way to kind of what a transition. What a way to move from that crap.
Yeah.
How do we fix this from the pandemic and try and build the band back up again to, being here.
Yeah.
Amazing. So so I know it's cheesy to like a comeback story, but
no, it is.
For us, it does feel like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like nothing cheesy about it, to be honest. It's good. Like, well done on you, just kind of turning it around. I must say, yeah. So you obviously can't give us any hard and fast details about what's upcoming, but with the gigs, are you planning on trying to tour, like kind of going a wee bit further afield from where you normally would play?
Yeah, so that's I think that's not the immediate future, but that's certainly the
ambition.
We I think certainly our sound, I think in Europe will go down really well. So it's just again baby steps. I think that's something we learned from the pandemic, is rather than throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks. Like, well, let's just focus on getting some decent gigs in the UK first, and then when we got a bit more of a profile in the UK, because we a few years ago we were doing really well, and then it kind of just fell apart a little bit, and then it's just coming back again. And I think the intent is let's just focus on good shows, make sure we refine our sound, get some more material out, and then we'll start looking perhaps over the channel into Europe again. But we shall see. That's ambition rather than definitive plans at the moment, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll start wrapping up a little bit now. Have you guys been here the full weekend?
I have.
I have not.
So how is it, well, regardless of how long you've been here, how has your overall Bloodstock experience been?
I've said to other interviewers, like it's been amazing, really. Like this is my first time at the festival. Like I'm a huge metal fan, but I've just never managed to come here before.
Yeah.
And like the first year I've come, I've ended up playing on the Sophie Stage, and it's been a whirlwind, really. Like everyone's so friendly and happy to help you with everything, and like the security, the staff here, like all amazing. Like I've been really kind of surprised by it, because I've been to other festivals in the past, and it's not been that way at all.
Oh, okay.
In all honesty, so yeah, it's been a nice, really nice surprise, and to be honest, I'll probably come back every year after this.
Nice, glad to hear it. I'm sure Bloodstock will be glad to hear that as well.
Yeah.
And maybe you won't just be coming back as a punter. Maybe the band will be coming back on. Another performance. Sometime.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah. Nice one. Right, so we'll wrap it up now. For people that have not discovered, whether they've discovered Awake by Design this weekend or not, where can they find Joe?
Spotify, TikTok now.
Yeah, TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Just search Awake by Design, and
we no longer have a MySpace.
All your needs will be satisfied.
Does anyone still have a MySpace?
MySpace?
We're of that age, you see.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, lads, we'll end it there. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.